Hello, and welcome back to Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2. Welcome back to Half-Life 2. How are you doing? I'm doing alright. Oh, I was about to shoot that man.
You there! Stop!
Uh-oh. No. I always like to protect these guys if I can.
Poor Laszlo, the finest mind of his generation, had come to such an end.
He's like...
Camp, hoping to pick up some bug baits of these damn things and leave us alone.
He's in the classic kind of like Family Guy slumped over position.
I know you tried to help. I'll stay with him a while. There's something I have to do. Go ahead. I hope you have better luck than we had.
So I love this part.
Remember to stay off the sand. The ant lions are edgy right now.
I say that a lot, and that's because every part is my favorite part. No, that's not true. I'm sure I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the end. Oh. I'm not a huge fan of the ending part of Half-Life 2, meaning like partially part of Nova Prospect I find kind of tedious, and like the actual ending I find kind of you know, it's okay, it's fine. But like that's a pretty good average. That means like most of the game is like my favorite part of the game. And that includes this part. This is one of my favorite parts of the game. I love this whole like the floor is lava thing. I'm pretty sure there's an achievement for not ever touching the sand, which I've already messed up. Listen, you're not subscribed to this channel for MLG plays. I know, because, you know, if you are, then that's just exercise in futility right there. But I would like to think, you know what, I've been thinking about, like, what exactly do I provide that you can't get somewhere else, you know? Like, what can you provide? I'd like to think that I provide a pretty chill, you know, commentary experience. I don't know like how I have to phrase it as an experience, but like, you know, why are we on YouTube? We're looking for something to watch, right? Not necessarily even watch, something to listen to. I know, like, for my own sake, I tend not to watch a lot of the things that I am viewing on YouTube. I tend to instead listen, you know, treat it like a podcast. Oh, did I touch it? I didn't touch it. Should I go over there? Probably. You can spend a lot of time. You can spend a lot of time on this part of the game if you are so inclined. So, you know, getting back to what I was talking about. You can. Ooh, hello. It's just pistol. I like to think that, you know, like, there's enough. Oh, that was not what I wanted. Okay, good enough. There's enough people on YouTube that are like, you know, reactionary, and I don't mean like, oh, what's the latest controversy today? What I mean is like people who react, big reactors, you know, big reactors. They do be reacting, you know, like all the time, everything, always. And I mean, yeah, I mean, like I have a, you know, genuine reaction at things, but also I like to keep things pretty calm for the most part. That's just, you know, how I do. I'm not your you know, your PDPs and your you know, yoke cast, I tend to keep things pretty reserved, which you'd think would be not a great decision when it comes to YouTube. Like, why are you doing this? You know, you are not a big reactor and you tend to keep things pretty calm. And that is exactly the opposite of what you probably want to be for YouTube, right? Well, I mean, that's like your opinion, man. But I also know for my own sake that I don't tend to like to listen to someone screaming all the time. And, you know, if you know, you gotta be okay. Listen, Crate, you're gonna have to start cooperating here. Listen, buddy. I wouldn't say be the change. I don't want to be the change. Like let people be big yellers. You know, there's a lot of them. I'd say more like if I appreciate that kind of content, I would like to provide the kind of content that I also appreciate. Yes, let's forego the box. Uh-oh. No. No! Oh. You know what? Did I step on the... Yeah. Okay. Alright. No! This is, oh, you know what? I bet you... This is a seesaw. Oh my god. What do I... Can I just, like, put some boxes on this? Those boxes are not heavy. I'm wondering what... Oh, there we go. Cinder blocks. Perfect. We got some more physics puzzles. I love me a good physics puzzle, you know? I just find it really good. Perfect commentary. You know, what kind of content are you providing? Well, I give you such enlightened commentary like, this is a good... I like this. Yeah, no, I really like this whole floor is lava section. It's really clever. And I mean, it provides a interesting challenge and a like risk and hazard without making you feel like, you know, it's a reasonable penalty. It's not like a life and death situation. You just have to fight more antlions. I mean, that's not necessarily like gonna kill you, but it's like, you know, you gotta, people like to conserve their ammo. I like to conserve my ammo. I was wondering if maybe there was a really spooky, scary zombie in here. It's the kind of place I would hide a spooky, scary zombie. This feels like one of those very Valvian traps where he's like, yeah, I want to get this crate, and then this whole thing like collapses. But it doesn't seem like it has collapsed. I do wonder, so one of my favorite movies of all time, in fact, I would go as far as to say my favorite movie of all time, is actually Tremors, the original Tremors with Kevin Bacon, and I forget everyone else's name, but you know, Kevin Bacon. Everyone knows Kevin Bacon. He's Kevin Bacon. He's my favorite actor that sounds like breakfast. Maybe I want to start using my Magnum. Uh-oh. I almost touched the ground there. So yeah, Tremors, one of my favorite movies. And so I think that part of me appreciates the... Part of me appreciates this this section of the game, particularly because it definitely has some major Tremors vibes. It basically is Tremors. I wonder if maybe Gabe Newell or you know, someone at Valve is also a Tremors fan. I wouldn't be surprised. Or if they're not a Tremors fan, someone at some point said, hey, you know what would be, what this really reminds me of? Tremors. There is a lot of this, a lot of people would consider this tedious. And you're not wrong. But I still appreciate it. I mean, oh, this is a bad situation. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Oh, going uphill is going to be interesting. But, you know, I could just, like, run to the next part. Can I not go up here? Time to run. Just book it. Ooh. Good enough. Uh-oh. Okay. I think the first time I played through this, I was like full up on ammo, so I'd actually just like carry it with me. Is something you can do. Oh, look at all the secrets and stuff. Also, like, something I would do is just like try and I'd play this game where you like you know, get as close as you can. You can't quite reach it, but you can if you have a little bit of patience. Not that I can really do anything with that. Is there, maybe I can grab that one as well. Come here. There we go. Come here. Yes. Yes, my friend. Perfect. I guess I should start using my shotgun as well, huh? So we could run to that thumper. Yeah, I've gotten pretty lazy about this, haven't I? Where's the button? Where's the button? Ow. Okay, we're good. Very clever. You go to the thumper. They've established the thumper as a point of safety. So you run for the thumper, and then you don't realize, oh, actually the button's not on there. It's somewhere else. That's really fun. So let's just go ahead and run to the thumper. Hey, you're not supposed to be attacking me. I got the thumper. I mean, I can do fun stuff like this. Yes. Again, like, I mean, it's kind of futile because, like, I'm on the ground. They're just gonna replace themselves, and they're getting pretty bold. That's how they get you. They come out of the goddamn ground. Classic. Classic line. Love it. I'm actually, I will say, I'm a kind of unabashed fan of the entire Tremors series, which is a difficult thing to be. And if you know what I'm talking about, then you know. Uh-oh. 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 Ah! Stop! Ouch! I'm trying to hit the barrels, but this is not working. What should we do? What kind? Okay. Yes. Oh, he's dead? Wow. That was pretty clean. Whew. You almost got shot, Mr. Vortigaunt. Come with me. The freeman must follow.
Freemen would be wise to heed our extraction of the myrmidon's aromatic pheropods. The process is not entirely hygienic, therefore stand aside.
Sure. And
We'll have need of these pheropods on the paths ahead. Gather them now.
this is pretty much what I was talking about
Freemen must follow.
when I talk about Half-Life doing a very good job of providing a nemesis or a antagonist, and then giving you a very satisfying way of defeating that antagonist. This is what I'm talking about. This is possibly the greatest example of that, where you have been basically like battling these ant lions, and they've been not just a like a hazard, but also like a villain of these kind of desert wastes. And now you rule them.
The freemen must excuse us. It is rude of us to commune by flux shifting in front of those whose vocal inputs are impaired. Yes, we'll vocalize in your auditory language as a matter of courtesy. Unless we wish to say unflattering things about you. Just so. Do it, God.
They admit that they're only going to speak in their language if they're being unflattering, and then they continue to speak in an unflattering in their language. It's pretty good. I like that. Is it a TikTok or that little video where it's like, "I'm gonna destroy this chair," and he's like, and then he hits it with the cinder block. All right.
Well, Dr. Freeman, you're a regular antlion now.
Yeah. As I was saying, Tremors. It's a difficult thing to be a like unabashed fan of the entire series, because it's not all good. In fact, on average, Tremors is not great. How am I? Hello? Let me in. Let me in. How do I? Am I talking to these folks?
The antlions won't bother you now, Doc.
Maybe I have to follow the cord. Aha, generator. Oh, ground temperature. Diggity doo. What is happening? Am I stuck? Oh, okay, here we
Keep
go.
going, Dr. Freeman. Nova Prospect is just ahead. One man alone wouldn't stand much chance going in there. But a man with a pack of antlions, well, that's a different story.
Excellent.
The freeman honors us by his presence. Follow, freeman.
Kind of forget how this next part goes. I know that I'm gonna control them, but
Freeman will now be instructed in the use of pheropods. Attend now and learn to shepherd antlions with the so-called bug bait. The freeman will now break out his pheropod and toss one into yonder pit. The freeman has done well.
the free man has done well.
The freeman can also coax his antlions to attack specific pods. Observe the training mannequin and mark it well with another pheromone. The freeman again excels at all tasks.
Whee! Yes, attack the ceiling. Do it.
Now, attend. Apply pressure to your pheromone to signal the antlions in your command to follow you.
Follow me.
The
Do it.
freeman shows his excellence in all things. this one must bid the free man farewell. Nova Prospect lies just beyond.
Oh, I see. They're gonna raise the gate for me.
Well, what you have learned here. The Eli Vance has greatest confidence in you.
I do like the very kind of subtle differences between the antlions. I remember like I had the little art book that came with the original Half-Life, or in the box, not the orange box. That's a different game, but like in the deluxe edition, and you can actually tell the difference between like male and female antlions. Although I find that strange because is the giant thing not like a queen? I don't know. They're called antlions, but they're not necessarily. They don't work specifically like ants. Hello, got my little crew. So yeah, Tremors. You probably, I could do like a tier list. Maybe I'll do a tier list for Tremors. That's the thing to do these days, right? Got to do a tier list. Obviously you got to put Tremors 1 on S. Tremors 1 is on S. Tremors 2 is also an S. In some ways I like Tremors 2 more than 1, but obviously Tremors 1 is better. Something doesn't have to be objectively better for you to like it more. Tremors 2 is just a really, really fun movie. A lot more of a B movie, a lot cheesier in a lot of ways, but I love it a lot more in some ways. Tremors 3 is where things fall apart. It's not a good movie, I would say, but it still has a couple of like classic Burt Gummer lines. And it's still enjoyable. Like you can enjoy it without much, without forcing it too much. Like if you like Tremors, then it won't be too difficult for you to enjoy it. But still, I'd put it probably at C. So we go like 2 S's and then C. Tremors 3, C. Tremors 4. Now this is where things are gonna get very maybe controversial. But I'd give Tremors 4 a B. Put Tremors 4 on B. Yo, my lads. But you are in my way. I'll give Tremors 4. I'll put Tremors 4 at. Oh, I have to. Yeah, I ran out of sprint. That was not good. The reason I give Tremors 4 a B, or put it in B, is because it's actually, I'd say, a really good movie. It's major, like, fallback, I think, or the thing that holding it back is the music. And I know that's a strange thing, but it really is horribly distracting how, like, not good it is. If you haven't seen it, Tremors 4 is a weird outlier because it takes place in like the Wild West past. It's a bold move, to say the least. But it also completes the graboid like life cycle, so I do appreciate it for that, if only for that. But also, I just like the setting of it, and I also like the fact that they made Burt Gummer's like ancestor a coward. I know that probably bugs a lot of people, but I like it because it turns the whole thing on its head, and it also like shows Burt's roots. I think the thing that is universally true is everyone thinks they want a prequel, but no one actually wants a prequel, especially if they find out that their heroes are not actually all that they're cracked up to be. Get in there. Get in there. You know what? It's not worth it. Oh God. Now Tremors 5, I would say is like firmly where things like completely unravel. I don't know who, like someone, I think someone bought the company that owned the rights to Tremors, or if not, they just like bought the rights to Tremors. And I wouldn't say they did a bad job. I mean, it's a B movie, even to begin with, I think. But so you can't really have high expectations. But I think that even with like B movie expectations, like Tremors 5 is not great, but it's still, I don't know, it's still enjoyable. You know, you can enjoy it if you really want to. And that's the thing about Tremors is like at a certain point, you really have to want to enjoy yourself. And I think that's basically Tremors movies 5 through I think 8, and I think there are 8 of them now, if not maybe even 9. I think I've only seen 8 though. And the last 3 are really just like they do some novel things. Most of them are like, hey, here's graboids in Africa. Here's graboids in Antarctica. Here's graboids in Australia. They're just like different graboids, and they don't really do much novel with them. And I think that is kind of a shame. I have my script for, not, I wouldn't say script, but my concept for what I would consider the last Tremors movie to really do it justice. And I mean, the last one that came out, I think 8, and I can't remember what it was called, really wasn't great, and it is, I'm pretty sure the last Tremors movie we will ever see. And if it isn't, it really should be. I won't say why if you haven't seen it. Not that you really need to be, you know, to keep yourself from spoilers, but man, it's something. There's also the rather underrated Tremors series. And I would say about 50% of the Tremors series is actually worth watching. Again, not great, just worth watching, you know? But Tremors, I should tier this in. Tremors 4B, Tremors 5 through 8, all like D to F, with the asterisk that they are still enjoyable if you want to. So maybe my tolerance is high, but it's, you know, I like my Tremors, and I like Burt Ward. Not Burt Ward. Is it Burt Ward? No, it's not Burt Ward. Burt Gummer. What am I saying? I can't remember what his actual name is. I used to know. Man, don't use the crowbar to kill Combine, huh? I really could use some more health. Yo, my lad, get out of my way. We're almost at Nova Prospect. Debatably my least favorite part of the game. Where are we going? Oh, we're going this way. Yeah, 50% of... Let me also tier the series. 50% of the Tremors series is, I would say, a C+. Very watchable, very enjoyable. Some of it's got Christopher Lloyd in it, which is just odd. But, like, he fits right in there as far as I'm concerned. Yo, hit them. Yeah, I think that's it. That's everything, right? That's all of the Tremors. Let me hit you with my script, my concept idea for the Tremor series. What would you do with the Tremor series? What would I do with the Tremor series? This is what you do with the Tremor series. They find out that every graboid that they've ever encountered was actually a male. Like a male, like a kind of like a worker type graboid. And in fact there is a graboid queen that was basically awakened in the first Tremors movie. I don't know, you could find out, you could even make it an environmental thing, like the recent, like, all things considered, humans are a recent thing. You could say, like, all of the mining that, like coal mining and this and that, even silver mining, and that's how you tie it back to Tremors 4, has basically had awakened the queen, and, like, she had basically been in, like, deep hibernation, and that's why people are seeing graboids way more commonly now. And so the graboid epidemic, I don't know if epidemic crisis has become so bad. Ooh, that was scary. Hit him. You did it. So proud of my ant lads. The graboid crisis has become so bad that basically the military has to, like, send a ragtag crew down into the Tremor tunnels. The graboid tunnels. They discovered, like, basically an anthill style. Maybe one of the mines breaks through into the caverns, the graboid caverns, and so they need a ragtag crew. And so you have get yourself a group of, like, actual not amateurs, led by Burt Gummer, of course, led by Burt Gummer, because you need an expert in the field of graboid physiology, and as well as, like, how they work, how to fight them. And that's pretty much my idea. I mean, obviously there's a lot of writing to be done that isn't just, like, conceptual. You gotta actually write a script. But here's the major thing. Tremors movies 5 through 8 forgot a very crucial and important detail about graboids. Where are you? Which is that the graboids themselves are supposed to get smart. That's, like, probably the most important thing about them. The people get smart, but also the graboids get smart. And the idea there is that they need to be clever, and the people need to, like, stay one step ahead. So I like the idea of a graboid queen would be kind of cool, because, like, maybe they're, the graboids are Precambrian, right? So you could say that the graboid queen is actually from the Precambrian era, since she's been, like, hibernating this whole time. And so she's, like, the smartest graboid of them all. That would be a finale worth watching. How do they fight an actual Precambrian life form? I have to assume that all of the graboids that they fought up until now in the first 4 movies are not actually Precambrian. They're just, like, But yeah, that's my idea. I think it's pretty good. I think it would be a good send off for the series. You could have a proper kind of like sacrifice himself ending for Burt Gummer, which I think, you know, isn't a bad way to end things. Which is implying that I think that the way they did end things was bad, and yeah, I kind of think it was. I think it was lame, but you know, I'm still glad we got more Tremors movies at the end of the day. It's an odd thing. That is the truest definition of the word ambivalent. I don't like it, but I'm glad I have it. Better than nothing. Really is exactly what that phrase was meant for. So this is quite a thing, huh? I really thought I'd taken care of this guy. There's two of them. How? Oh, they're really good at that. Okay, that's one down. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the Tremors series. I think it's a great series for the most part. You know, it's got its faults, but you know what series doesn't? I think that we should normalize the idea that a sequel is never going to live up to your expectations, because not everything was meant to have a sequel. Sometimes some things are just like better left alone. Those are my thoughts anyway. If you're enjoying this series and my thoughts on the Tremors series, I guess, go ahead and hit that like button and consider subscribing if you're new to my content. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.